Success via loyalty to the unseen reality. The concept of success is individualized, as in we create our own meaning, just like we create our own meaning for anything, although most meaning is assumed to be the true meaning based on what we learn from others. Now, this may or may not be in alignment with our version of success, as in somebody else's definition of success may include certain aspects of life and a life experience, whether it be material possessions, spiritual realizations, emotional well-being, mental achievement, or a combination of all. One thing, however, we always have to remember is that we are all going somewhere towards a destination. We have goals, visions, ideals, and what we call desires. And when we achieve them, we say that we have success. One of the things that I've realized on this journey is that the success or the end result already exists. It is what we call the unseen reality. We realize the understanding that everything actually exists right now in the present moment. And one of my favorite quotes from Neville Goddard is that faith actually is loyalty to the unseen reality. It is the realization that reality is complete, creation is complete, all things exist. And it may appear that we are going on a journey to the destination, which is part of an overall process. It's a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual journey. And on this journey, we complete what is called the great work, or purification of the mind, bringing ourselves to higher levels of realization. And one of the ways we can do this is by committing to what we call success, a goal, a vision. Now, I'm from the school of thought that is based on entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship is a fusion of the laws of creation and the laws of nature. Now, when we go into the study of alchemy, the original concepts behind alchemy, the idea was that, so it seems, we take lead and try to turn it into gold. In the process, we gave birth to chemistry, different philosophies, and precise understandings of nature. Cause and effect reflection created reflections in the outer world of nature, congruence. Cause and effect reflection also created philosophy and understandings, and specifically put, the laws of creation. So we have the laws of nature and we have the laws of creation, and success is in harmony with the laws of nature and the laws of creation. It is when a person is in alignment between the laws of nature and the laws of creation, where they experience what we call autotelic divine will. Now, autotelic I've discussed over the last handful of videos. It's a concept that I learned from the book Flow by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. And the idea behind it is that when a person is engaged with challenge and they grow and evolve as a result of the challenge, they acquire new skill. And as they continue to maintain this thread, this way of being, they experience what we call flow. Now, flow is akin to a state of being where we call completeness or oneness. When a person is in flow, their actions and awareness become one. Computer programmers experience flow. Musicians experience flow. Entrepreneurs experience flow. Those that are involved with public speaking and enjoy the process of public speaking find flow in the process of public speaking. We also find that while we're in flow, unseen forces come to our aid. Signs, synchronicities appear. Insights and perspectives are received from the world within to bring us into higher levels of understanding of the laws of creation. Now, one of the things that I enjoy about the journey of entrepreneurship is that the entrepreneurial journey can be riddled keyword is can be, doesn't necessarily have to be, riddled with challenges or obstacles. And those that succeed in this space, and having built a number of successful businesses and discussing and working with many entrepreneurs, have the ability to find certainty and uncertainty, or to be able to work with the laws of nature and the laws of creation, to be able to bring forth innovation, products and services that can benefit the lives of others. This is not only true for the space of entrepreneurship, but it's also true for other areas of your life. So as we get into this discussion, it's important to realize that the concepts that I'm referring to here, the consolidation of my experience and understanding of these concepts, are also applicable to whatever you call success. Again, success is an individualized definition. And while there may be similar synchronicities or aspects that are in alignment, upon deeper reflection of who we really are and the individual nature of our being, we start to find even more nuanced aspects of what we call success, our own version of what we call kingdom of heaven within. And our goal is to bring it forth into reality, align the laws of creation with the laws of nature. Now, I've broken this discussion down into 3 sections. Again, the goal is to joyously move forward in the pathway to the realization of the unseen reality, as in it already exists, but perhaps right now it exists in your vision or your imagination. And as you continue the great work and align with flow and divine will, you eventually bring yourself to a place of completion, and you realize your vision. What was once in the unseen reality eventually becomes the seen reality, the concrete reality, the experienced reality in nature, in reality. Number 1, as above, so below, unwavering loyalty. So we start this journey upon the realization that every one of us has a goal, a definition of success, be it simple or grand, which is also relative to the individual. In other words, we have a vision. Now, you know I'm a huge fan of the Robert Dilts model because it really helps pull things together. Our goal is to have unwavering loyalty, lighthearted, unwavering loyalty to the unseen reality. And when we are, our vision is in alignment with our identity or our self-image. Our values and beliefs are in alignment with the vision and the identity. In other words, the values and beliefs are symptoms of the self-image. Our capabilities, as in our behaviors, our skills, our expertise. For example, in the space of entrepreneurship, it could be the technical skills, the sales skills, the marketing skills, the communication skills, the productivity skills. Our capabilities are in alignment with the vision, identity, and values and beliefs. We have congruence. And as a result, automatic reflection is experienced in behaviors and environment. Now, this is called the great work for a reason, because this can be experienced as chaotic and challenging or joyous and blissful. Now, as the architect of your destiny, as in you create your reality, we understand that there's always a hidden order, and our goal with these conceptual understandings is to bring conscious awareness onto the subconscious or the hidden order of the connection between the laws of creation and the laws of nature. Creation starts from within and is revealed externally through accurate thinking, emotions, and actions, which is a progress, which is a journey, which is part of the great work to align with divine will, to access further realms of what we call mystical creative processes. But to the individual that experiences, they understand concepts like sixth sense and synchronicities and signs. To someone that is maybe overly identified in the environment and behavior, might not really understand these concepts. And that's why it's important to remember that when I had learned this in Think and Grow Rich, he said, The sixth sense can be understood after you learn and integrate and bring yourself to a certain level of mastery of the previous principles, most of them involving behaviors, capabilities, and environments. And then more and more of this information starts to make more sense. So again, creation starts from within and is revealed externally through accurate thinking, emotions, and actions in harmony with the laws of nature. So the Robert Dilts model can be very beneficial. We have a vision, and we ask ourselves, who are we in relation to the vision? Do we believe ourselves to be at a subconscious level and identify aspects within our self-image and evolve these aspects to bring into alignment with our vision using subconscious mind work or through practice of behaviors and capabilities that bring a person into alignment with the identity that is in alignment with the vision? Values and beliefs. What we believe to be true reveals to us about ourselves and our relationship with the outer world, people, environment, circumstance, and information. What we're looking for is alignment between the beliefs and the experiences or environment. As a result of identifying with and integrating certain beliefs, mostly subconscious, you'll find yourself choosing accurate capabilities and aligning with accurate behaviors and also aligning with divine will. In other words, working with the invisible, unseen forces, which only make sense to a person that understands. First, through practice, then through reflection, and then through wisdom. Wisdom is knowing the difference. Knowledge plus experience equals wisdom. If a person does not have a certain level of experience, behavioral experience, environment-based experience, then they'll find themselves getting stuck in the world of theory. In other words, they have been accumulating a lot of knowledge, but because they don't connect it with experience, which is part of the laws of nature, they find themselves lacking wisdom. It's through the process of acquiring wisdom, which is knowledge plus experience, that a person understands the hidden aspects of reality, the hidden order, and the hidden order and aspects of the unseen reality. Number 2, the present moment, autotelic divine will. Now, the goal is to have a vision. The goal is to evolve the identity, the self-image, and bring it into alignment with the vision. The goal is to evolve our values and beliefs. This is part of the great work. The goal is then to allow ourselves to express through certain capabilities, which are experienced as behaviors, actions, which influence the environment, and observe that even some of the changes might not be tracked back to the behaviors, but they occur. The goal is to be present to this moment while you allow the process to unfold. That's why I really recommend studying the book Power versus Force by David Hawkins and The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle to get a deeper level of understanding. Again, keeping into consideration that if you're constantly studying this information and you're not engaging yourself with experience, you might find yourself stuck in your head, overthinking, overanalyzing, confused, and frustrated. The goal is to bring yourself into alignment, spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. We do this by being present to the moment and engaging ourselves in purposeful activity that is in harmony to what we desire to create. In the entrepreneurial journey, it is the tasks, the projects, the things that we already know that we have to do to produce the results. You know the answers. Feel your body engaged in everyday activities, especially when engaged in relationships or conversations with others, or when you are relating to nature. This keeps the connection open for autotelic being or divine will. As a result, you'll feel a deep sense of peace as you allow yourself to be the conduit of expression for your vision. Okay, look at the screenshot that I have here of the Robert Dilts model. It is a conduit. It is an aligned expression vision, which is the unseen reality, and environment, which will one day be the vision realized as the seen reality, aligned through the conduit of identity, values, beliefs, capabilities, and behavior. Now, this is the model that I've been working with for 11 years since I discovered it on my journey into entrepreneurship, and indirectly working with it since 2004 when I read Think and Grow Rich. It is probably, upon reflection, although maybe you haven't conceptualized it to be this way, a model that you have been working with a lot of times subconsciously. Our goal is to bring the subconscious into conscious awareness, so we can understand then the subconscious aspects of ourselves that are breaking our connection to the divine will or the laws of creation. So again, to align this, engage yourself in activities that are contributing to what you desire to create. You know what they are, the tasks, the projects. Purpose-driven, keeping your mind engaged, being present and enjoying your day-to-day journey from the moment you rise till the moment that you go to sleep. Finding yourself in flow-based activities, conscious reflection, conscious rejuvenation, and if you'd like, controlled chaos to challenge yourself, to reveal more about yourself. And all of this will be in contribution to bringing you into alignment with these aspects, because as you do that, you will reveal aspects of your identity and evolve them. You will reveal values and beliefs within yourself that are misaligned and evolve them, or you will further affirm identity and value and belief aspects to multiply their effectiveness, expanding them within your consciousness and excluding other aspects that are not in alignment outside of your consciousness. Capabilities will continuously evolve. The skills, you'll develop more skill. Your behaviors will become autotelic because you're aligning within. And then you'll find yourself more experiencing the oneness with the environment. So remember this and reflect upon your own experiences in life to realize this statement of what I'm going to say. This is not new to you. In moments when you've had a deep level of presence and engagement with the current moment, you found yourself having accurate thoughts, not thoughts of confusion, frustration, accurate thoughts that were in alignment with who you are and where you are going. It may not be the thoughts that were shared with others, but they were your thoughts. This is what I also call a connection to the divine, a relationship within yourself with the divine, which will guide you to deeper levels of understanding of the laws of creation. So again, at a deep level of presence, we have accurate thought, which is detached or release, or we let go automatically while we maintain presence to the moment from overthinking, which is revealed. How do we know we're overthinking? When we have internal conflict between the laws of creation and the laws of nature. The laws of nature being the outer world, people, environment, circumstance, and information. Laws of creation, not knowing what to do. The truth is, we always know what to do. And it's the simplest action, or the simplest letting be. In one of my recent videos, I talked about there's only 3 things you can do when it comes to uncertainty, or confusion, or environment. You could change it within. You can accept it fully, or you could let it go. You could remove yourself from that circumstance or situation or that environment. The choice is yours. Part of this wisdom, which is acquired on the journey. So again, too much knowledge, not enough experience, and we can find ourselves being stuck in our head. We have to combine. As an entrepreneur, what I have found, 80% doing and being and living and in what we would call the arena, which is building the business, and 20% reflecting, studying. Now, this is a ratio that works for me. It may not work for you. Maybe you would like 50-50, but at any point you are biasing on either or, you will know, because you will experience confusion. If you continue to do, but not reflect and study and evolve in your thinking, you probably will do the same thing again and again and again and produce the same results, which can lead to force-based experiences, stress, stagnation. If you're constantly learning and studying and seeing information as intellectual entertainment, you might find yourself stuck in your head. Certainly, this has been the experience that has been shared with me by many entrepreneurs, or many on the journey for creating success. The confusion within is not enough engagement in the present moment, living, realizing that, as Neville puts it, it's already done. Let it go and live. Allow the being within you to externalize it, which is your subconscious. Hunches, inspiration, synchronicities, and signs will flow. Let go of the overthinking. And the overthinking can express itself as the outer world conflict with others. The excessive need to debate, argue, and fight over things, focusing on ego manifestations, who is right rather than what is right. Number 3, purification of the mind. So all of this is about purifying the mind. It's about being on the journey and identifying aspects within the mind that reveal the reality in the outer world through the identity, through the values and beliefs. And as a result of evolving our values and beliefs, our assumptions, our thoughts, we evolve our identity through self-talk, revision, subconscious mind work, as well as applying, doing. Do, learn and experience through the experience, or through what we call flow, which is a combination, or a higher level to that, which is called working more with the laws of mind. But a lot of times working with the laws of mind is found on the journey. Think of this as learning how to ride a bike. In earlier stages of the journey, you may require training wheels. Certainly, I've never seen anyone, and although that may exist, that somebody can just jump on a bike without the training wheels and just be perfect at it. There definitely could be a possibility. Perhaps in certain stages of our consciousness evolution, we'll be able to do that. But currently, most of us require training wheels. This is a journey. That's why it's called the great work and purification of the mind, which is a consistent process. Always make a point of moving forward in your mind, ever seeking to unfold your power of thought and to develop hidden possibilities through the process of integration. Great simple lessons need to be studied, revealing further nuances of discernment in contribution to higher levels of clarity. Now, this is important because, as going back to what I was mentioning earlier of doing, let's say 80% doing, 80% applying, 80% involved in the aspects of day-to-day business building, entrepreneurship, you'll find that you'll go back to the same information, the same books, the same courses, the same programs you are studying, and reveal even more nuances and information related to that information that can only be revealed by being involved on the journey, integration of the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Now, we are supported by this. We have a neurotransmitter called anandamide. Anandamide is a neurotransmitter that is released when an individual is in flow. Anandamide binds to the THC receptors. The reason why it's called anandamide is because of the effects of anandamide, which creates states of bliss. So when a person is in flow, they are in bliss. And otherwise known as the bliss molecule, anandamide binds to the THC receptors. Now, ananda is a Sanskrit word, which means bliss. So the name fits it perfectly, accurate. Now, it's one thing for me to say to you, put yourself in bliss. But it's another thing for you to practice through experience and find yourself in bliss by stepping into flow and being in flow. Now, as you find yourself in bliss, and from the physical realm, it's experienced through the chemical release, but then there's the emotional and the mental and the spiritual realms, you'll find that you'll have certain insights and perspectives. Reality will start to look different. That's because you've assumed a different state of mind, flow state. Now, As you remain in flow, as you maintain flow, all of these things that I'm talking about here will have a deeper level or more precise and accurate meaning in contribution to what you desire to create. In other words, if you watch this video and you're outside of flow, you may experience it a certain way. If you find yourself in flow through knowledge plus experience, getting into flow, being and living in flow, and come back to this video at the end of the day and watch it, it's going to make even more sense. The concept like divine will, being present to the moment, autotelic, as above, so below, unwavering loyalty, loyalty to the unseen reality will make even more sense because you are in a state of mind that is designed to help you understand. Happiness and bliss on the journey is found by being at ease with ourselves when we are by ourselves, which prevents unnecessary convoluted theater from playing out with others. See, the outer world is a reflection of the inner world. And our goal is to bring our inner world into alignment. And when you're in flow, you experience bliss. You feel bliss. You think bliss. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you are in a state of bliss. And as a result, you experience reality different. Now, as a result, you're going to automatically choose certain capabilities, behaviors, and environments that reflect, that affirm. Now, this is a journey, so this happens, and you'll find yourself autotelic more so when you maintain flow. I'll speak from experience on this. After realizing on my journey prior to 2017 and reflecting upon the successes that I created in entrepreneurship in my career, the times when I made the most progress was when I was in flow. Now, I did make progress when I was forcing myself. However, that led to stress, frustration, and some burnout, and unnecessary convolution. Doing certain things that appeared to make progress, but was really taking the path of more resistance, which was a reflection of my state of mind. Now, as a result of realizing and reflecting upon my past, I made a commitment to myself that I'm going to maintain flow. And there's different levels of flow. There's peak flow, there's a certain baseline of flow, there's different levels of flow, but we know when we're in flow. And upon staying committed to being in flow, everything in my life started to evolve and grow. All areas of my life, including entrepreneurship, all areas of my life started to become more flow-based. And I experienced more bliss in the journey, but more accurately in relation to what we're talking about here, success started to increase. Capabilities started to increase in magnitude, as in abilities, as in skills. If you're in flow and you learn how to play a musical instrument and you find flow while playing a musical instrument, chances are you're going to be engaged with it and learn faster. If you don't want to do it and you have to force yourself to do it because you are unable to find flow in it, or you just don't find flow in it, it's going to be a very stressful journey. The same thing is for any other capability that you could possibly think of that's going to contribute to your goal. And what you'll find is that as you maintain that for an extended period of time, you'll grow to love those things because you will automatically be associated to receiving within the anandamide release, bliss. That's why I put receiving bliss right now, flow, through those activities. So you'll choose them, and they're the things you actually want to do. For example, I find bliss in sales. I find bliss in productivity-based activities. I find bliss in working on a finance spreadsheet and doing all these things that are related to entrepreneurship where others might not find flow in. And at one point, I never found flow in these areas. I never found flow in public speaking or doing these YouTube videos when I first started. It seemed stressful and overwhelming. But then when I started to get more into it, and this was the case with everything that is in contribution to entrepreneurial success, and seeing it from this perspective that I'm talking about here, so really looking at it from this perspective, I started to realize and experience flow in those activities. And now I choose to consciously, and I have a desire to be in those activities. Same with health, fitness, certain relationship aspects, and all areas of my life. I realize the power of what it is that we're talking about here. Alignment, autotelic, and how you are supported within and experience happiness and bliss within through the feeling So flow simplified. Pick a task or project and see it all the way to completion to facilitate the heart-mind relationship. Flow. Reflect on where you started, where you are, and where you're going each day to realize that you're making progress. Key performance indicators. Number 3, seeing challenges as joyous and in contribution to your destination, otherwise known as the great work. If you got challenges in maintaining faith in the unseen reality, you can work on that. Challenges that are revealed via your identity, values and beliefs, capabilities, behaviors, and environment, you can work on that. And there are many tools and resources available on the internet to help you with these areas. Certainly, I've created many of them, and I've shared them all throughout the videos. Now, as you experience deep states of autotelic being, you will find that your actions and awareness become one with. This is what we also refer to as divine will. This is the goal of purifying the mind. All of this is the effect of the purification of the mind, which is found through evolving yourself within through the right combination of knowledge plus experience. Wisdom allows you to purify the mind. When you are wiser in your thinking, you have evolved perspectives. Always remember this: experiences in your journey to creating success are the result of your mental, emotional, and physical actions. All of these types of actions are the outcome or the fruit of our thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. As a result, our thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions determine our experiences in our life. And our goal in the great work is purification of the mind, evolving our thoughts, our beliefs, and our assumption, which is done through these kinds of experiences, and why I'm a huge fan of entrepreneurship. Because entrepreneurship allows you're working with the laws of nature plus creation. Because you're dealing with others, you're dealing with resources, you're dealing with relationships, you're dealing with the environment. And you have to practice a certain level of understanding of the cause and effect relationship between those aspects and relate it back to your creative mind, creativity. Because higher levels of creativity will allow you to work with relationships and resources in ways to create innovative solutions. And that's a process. So always remember the laws of nature and creation, oneness. Bring them and see them as one, which will happen, by the way, through the being, through practicing what I'm talking about. Aim for oneness. Strive to be on the outside what your vision is on the inside. Accurate thinking is the path to advancement on the material as well as the spiritual plane. So remember, laws of nature, which is the capabilities, behaviors, and outer world aspects, and alignment with laws of creation, all the inner world stuff that we talk about, equals oneness, alignment. If there's a disconnect, you're going to feel it, and it's going to be revealed in overthinking. Simplicity is a way of life that is found by embracing complexity through the journey of being and integration of knowledge plus experience. James Allen said, a man evolves outward to the periphery of complexity and then involves backward to the central simplicity. When we discover that it is mathematically impossible to know the universe before knowing ourselves, then we start upon the way which leads to the original simplicity. He says, he begins to unfold from within, and as he unfolds himself, he enfolds the universe. Now, many of you know I'm a huge fan of affirmation. Certainly, it's one of my key ways that I have evolved my identity within, which has been a result from what I had learned from Think and Grow Rich, as well as many others that I have encountered on the journey, teachers. And many different styles of working with affirmations. It's important to find affirmations that work for you, that resonate with you. If they seem too impossible, you're not going to believe them. If you use statements like more and more so each day, I find myself, or as I reflect, you'll find yourself bypassing that overly identified conscious mind to past programming and allowing the affirmations to be affirmed on the subconscious. So good affirmations, powerful affirmations, affirm on the subconscious, and a lot of times can bypass, and ideally bypass, the conscious mind. That's why we do this in state akin to sleep. Now, another way of affirming the affirmation is real time in the experience. So as you continue to experience all the things that you're doing, see it all as contribution and related to creating success. As you grow in knowledge and are able to better form opinions, be welcoming of the change in your views. Okay, accurate thinking. Understand there can be no progress without change of mind to bring the being into alignment with the vision. Our goal is to bring the being within into alignment with the vision, and all the other stuff will become autotelic. The values, the beliefs, the capabilities, the behaviors, and the environment. Certainly the values and beliefs, as mentioned, are clues. And we can work with these clues, convert them into affirmations, and watch the video I did on the 4 types of modalities that I work with to evolve my subconscious. Very simple. Self-talk, revision, audio affirmations, as well as environment. Now, as a result of doing this work, allow your opinions to change about yourself and the environment. Allow it to happen, because that's the evolution of your self-image. And finally, let's reflect upon this quote from James Allen. All strength and wisdom and power and knowledge a man will find within himself, but he will not find it in egotism. He will only find it in obedience, submission, and willingness to learn. A willingness to learn. He must obey the higher and not glorify himself in the lower. He who stands upon egotism, rejecting reproof, instruction, and the lessons of experience, will surely fail, yea, he is already fallen. Said a great teacher to his disciples, those who shall be lamp unto themselves, relying upon themselves only, and not relying upon any external help, but holding fast to the truth as their lamp, and seeking their salvation in the truth alone, shall not look for assistance to any besides themselves. It is they among my disciples who shall reach the very topmost height, but they must be willing to learn. And learning is done through cause and effect reflection, picking a vision and realizing that the outer world is full of suggestions. Your goal is inner voice of discernment, to evolve your identity, to automatically express as certain values and beliefs, to align with the accurate capabilities that are required, if they're required, to cultivate those capabilities and behaviors to bring forth your vision, or in other words, put the unseen reality into reality. Once you have created vision and affirmed it within yourself, you are automatically on the journey. What creates the confusion and frustration is the past programming that externalizes itself. To experience more flow and autotelic between where you are right now, the destination, on the journey, we go through the process of purifying the mind, which is the great work, which is the subconscious work, which is revealed again through being in flow. Because as you experience life, as you experience the things that you do, you get the objective optimization data to evolve yourself within, to further develop capabilities, to further evolve your beliefs, to further evolve your behaviors, to change your environment, to accept your environment, or to let go of the environment. And what you'll find is much of this journey is letting go. Purification of the mind is letting go. That's why I really recommend studying the work by David Hawkins on the concept of letting go. If you want to copy this mind map, the link is in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.